every time they have him on the ropes. Chris Borich is able to respond with a last lap charge and another victory in Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Racing. Today, he has a title on the line. Can he get it? Stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome to coverage of the Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Series here on the NBC Sports Network. Unadilla Valley Sports Center in upstate New York, your host site for this, the 10th round of the 2012 season. I'm your host Jason Wygant, and you're watching amateur riders out there on the track right now, as well as our utility machines, getting to know the ups and downs of this Unadilla facility. Very well known for its big motocross track, but we've been racing in the woods here since 2005, and a lot of the riders say it's one of the best tracks of the year. There's Taylor Kaiser, one of many hoping to knock off the number one of Chris Borich today. They have to keep their championship hopes alive. Borich is focused on a championship today, and that would be his fourth straight. And since he's been through this drill before, he certainly understands how to handle the pressure.
No, I mean, I got basically a three race points lead right now, so no pressure. Just gonna go out and do the normal thing. Try to go out, get a good start. Hopefully get up front. Looks like it's gonna be a really fast, slick track out there today, and my type of track. So looking forward to it. This would probably be the earliest. Yeah, with three races left to go would be the earliest. I think I've done it in two already, but this definitely would be nice to just get it over with and have fun at the last three.
And Borich has a big points lead because he has won 6 in a row this year and looking for a 7th today. No doubt he's all smiles. The Yamaha boys trying to take him down. There's Kaiser, and don't forget his rookie teammate, Walker Fowler. A lot of anticipation of Fowler versus Borich this year. Now Fowler just wants a win. The title's pretty much out of reach. There's the number 2 of Adam McGill. He is certainly a contender as well. They are just a sampling of the types of talent that can go out there and win on any given race day. The Can-Am Unadilla GNCC about to get underway. We'll race for 2 hours in the woods. Let's go. And Borich with our helmet cam, atrocious start. Rocky Mountain giving you this footage here, and he's got a rocky road because this track is known for a lot of little rocks under the soil, and he's going to be eating those as he tries to move forward. Brian Wolf on the JG Off-Road Honda leading the way early over McGill. Jared McClure is third, and how did Borich get up to fourth? A couple of outside lines for those first few turns really paid off, and passes a lot harder to make once you're deep into the woods like this. By the way, no surprise to see Chris Bithell way back. That guy never gets good starts, but do not be surprised if he works his way all the way forward. Still Wolf, McGill, and McClure. Then it's Borich. That's Kevin Yoho, I believe, coming up next. Then I see Kaiser. This is Johnny Gallagher. The rest of the field coming through. That's Walker Fowler. So bad starts for the Yamaha boys. How about Brian Wolf? I say it every week on this show. He has the speed to run with anyone. He is bad fast. Now, he's had some bad luck this year. Had a staph infection in his hand that he suffered right before the season opener in Florida. It really wasn't until Snowshoe a couple of rounds ago that he was even able to ride during the week and was really able to hang on for 2 hours in the races. So now that we've had a summer break, some time off, Wolf has had the opportunity to get some seat time in, and it's paying off right now as he leads McGill and McClure. McClure, I've got to say, most improved this year. He's always been a strong contender. But on that Coastal Drilling Bowers Yoakley Racing Honda, he has really stepped up this year. And there have been a lot of races where McClure gets the good start like he does today, and he runs with the front pack all day long, certainly learning a lot from that. I wouldn't be surprised to see McClure contend for a win before the year is up. Today could be the day. It's close between these three. Wolf, McGill, and McClure on the 7, and they have pulled away from Borich. I mentioned at the top of the show, one of the most popular stops on the tour. Expecting 1,900 riders here with the ATV and dirt bike count on the dirt bike show coming up next week. And all those people, of course, bringing a lot of fans, friends, and family with them. And you hear them in the woods. They're cheering Your defending GNCC champion, Chris Borch, trying to power him toward the front. And it looks like Walker Fowler has stepped up and trying to run with Borch and go in formation. McGill taking the lead from Wolf, and there is McClure in third. These guys just trying to maintain this. I don't think they're worried about each other right now. As long as they can maintain that pace and keep Borch at bay, they'll be happy. And speaking of Borch, more Rocky Mountain helmet cam action. This is Gravity Cavity, one of the most famous jumps in all of motocross, but you've got to respect it on a cross-country machine. They don't have the suspension setup the motocrossers do. First of all, it needs to be softer to handle all these little rocks and roots out in the woods. Second, they don't have the wheel travel, because if you run the wide, long travel A-arms, you can't fit through sections like this. Stay with us.
The Can-Am Renegade 1000 XXC with the most powerful engine in the industry. The Outlander 1000 XT with a redesigned chassis for unequal trail riding. The Commander 1000 Limited, the most equipped, luxurious side-by-side in the industry. The facts say it's the most advanced lineup out there. But the ride says it all.
Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, by Amsoil, and by Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Adam McGill continuing to lead the way here with NBC Sports coverage of the Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Series. Brian Wolf, Jared McClure, second and third, no change in the order, including fourth place, Chris Borch. But Borch, he's the shark in the waters. I can guarantee you that McGill, even though he's got a nice little lead right now, is thinking, where is he, where is he? You know you're going to have to contend with Borch before these races are over. Look at this shot through the woods here. This is just primo stuff. They got good dirt. The trees lead to a challenging layout, but you can see a lot of the lines. Not a lot of leaves down, and you can see through these trees. Great battle here for second and third, McClure and Wolf, and Borch has closed the gap. So the race now is for second, and McGill is going to try to put his head down and get away. Then you have Fowler in fifth. We saw he was in touch with Borch just a little bit early. The field has gotten away from him. We'll see if the youngster from Ohio can run them back down. Look at that shot. Looks like Wolf and McClure have pulled back up on your leader, McGill. Borch is back there in fourth. This is what GNCC ATV racing is all about. Tremendous racing, tremendous action. It almost belies the fact that Borch is able to win so many darn races and titles, because they're usually hotly contested right down to the end. Borch making the move on Wolf, pushes Wolf back to fourth, and here comes Fowler. Might have a 5-rider battle up front, but McGill's saying, no, I want it to be a 1-rider battle. And he's pulled back away from this pack. McClure, Wolf, who's gotten back in front of Borch. And you know, Fowler will be back there too. And here's the motocross track. Certainly an opportunity to make some passes if you can find the line. Nice job by McGill to get up to the top of that little step up. Now they're going into Gravity Cavity. And a feet off the pegs. I'll tell you what, McGill, he is fun to watch, and he throws him off again. He is a fun-loving guy on and off the track. Really has the spirit of this thing down. I know it's serious racing at this level, but he has fun first. I think the theory is when you're having fun, you're treating it like a hobby, not a profession. It takes the pressure off, and you ride better without pressure. Although deep down inside, the ultimate goal of all these riders is to win. To do that, though, they've got to stop Borch. It's back up to third. There's Fowler. Every time Fowler makes a run, they're able to get back away from him. Now onto the sky shot, and nice job not only clearing it, but throwing a little freestyle. McClure in second, jumping that no problem. Let's see how Borch attacks it, and Borch chooses not to jump the big double. And that is a good 90-footer. And to do that on an ATV, again, that's set up for the woods and not motocross, that is impressive. And Fowler, a couple of years ago over that jump, was throwing can-cans and knack-knacks and all kinds of things, fist pumps for that jump. Right now he's a little bit more locked in because he needs to go to the leaders. And by the way, we have lost Wolf from this group. And that has happened too many times. Like I said, the speed has been there for Wolf, but he has had lots of bad luck. And now it is Fowler in fourth. Not sure where Wolf is. Must have run into trouble. Now we're going to see how this race plays out. Unidilla's track is a little bit shorter than most on the tour, but we're still going to run a 2-hour race. So they're expected to do 6 laps today, where we normally do 4 or 5. Usually the lap times are about a half an hour. Here they're about 21 minutes. So you just run more laps. The difference is that the shorter track often means you get into lap riders more readily. So we'll see how that affects the running game. These two are trying to get away. These two white Hondas, first McGill and here McClure. And they can do a good job of that early, but eventually you're going to hit lap traffic, and that's going to slow you up. The lap riders are almost like a pace car out there. And maybe Boric is waiting for that moment to make his move, but you just cannot get Fowler out of this game. Every time I think it's done, he catches back up, and Boric has now caught the 2 leaders. And I think that was Fowler lurking back there as well. Yes, it is. So I think everyone's starting to get a feel for the terrain, a feel for what lines they want to take. They're in the groove now, and let's see who wants it the most. McGill holding Boric at bay. And here we go through the pits, and Boric has taken over the lead, but now it's going to be a battle of pit stops, and there goes Fowler, who does not pit, so that might put him into the lead, and it begs the question, where is McClure? He has not come through yet, and look at that, quicker pit stop work puts McGill back in front of Boric. Now Fowler has the lead, and he's able to air it out over that big sky shot the way he likes, and he's going to try to run away with it. But what is the pit strategy? Does he have enough fuel to make it all the way around? I'll tell you right now, Boric knows he has got to try to get back within striking distance of Fowler. He can pass him in the pits the next lap around, but it's not going to be easy because he has McGill to contend with. They're off the motocross track, into the woods, now back out and back onto the motocross track, and look at Fowler putting the hammer down. Boric and McGill are in hot pursuit. You can tell things are starting to pick up here at Unadilla. Stay with us on Racer TV.
When it's time to get ready to ride and you need gear, it's time to go to RockyMountainATV.com. With the largest selection of ATV parts, apparel, and accessories, we have what you need at deep discounts. We have a huge state-of-the-art facility that ensures your order ships out quickly with accuracy that's second to none. Most items ship free and arrive at your door in 3 days or less. Visit our industry-leading website, RockyMountainATV.com today for the best prices, quickest shipping, online support, and largest in-stock selection around. RockyMountainATV.com. Get ready.
Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, by Amsoil, and by Rocky Mountain ATV-MC. Give you the highlights of the morning race from this morning at Unadilla. Utility class off the line. This is the open division. Brian Buchanan here on the inside grabbing the lead, but a little shout out to the number 4. Look at that. That is Tim Farr on the Polaris, multi-time ATV motocross champ, who actually helps out with Brian Wolf's machine and a lot of others out here. Decided to run open 4x4 today and can definitely go fast. Battling Buchanan throughout most of the day. Don't forget about guys like Michael Swift, who are always in the hunt in this class. Definitely fun to watch. When it was all said and done, though, Buchanan would hang on to take the win. Then we have the Unlimited Utility Division. No surprise, Cliff Beasley, who is now hinted at retirement, looking to go out on top this year with another championship in that class. Robert Smith is the man trying to challenge Beasley today for that Utility Unlimited win. And the women's class, there's TLC, Tracy Checo, working on another championship, and she too has hinted at possibly retiring, but wants to go out on top on the number 202 Yamaha. Checo recently married to Jeff Pickens of the pro class. She wins the women's class today. There is Dave Simmons. The 45-plus class winner is also your overall winner in the morning on adjusted time. Shout out to Gary Chamberlain, New York's own, who finished second to Simmons in the class and overall this morning. Now back to our afternoon race, and man, things have tightened up. Walker Fowler, who had the lead, has now lost it again. It is Adam McGill in the lead. He's had it about 5 times today, and he has Boric just draped all over him. And we knew strategy would play a game. Maybe they got around Fowler in the pits. Here we go, 2 laps to go. Fowler, though, is still in this, right behind them, so it could be a 3-rider fight. And with 2 laps to go, you put yourself in position, and that last lap is going to be just a mad dash. And you can see No more feet off the pegs action from McGill leading the way. Got to play a little more conservatively when you're battling for the #1 spot. There's McClure back to 4th. These three have really dropped the hammer, and it's allowed them to get away just a bit. Over the big jump, and Boric is starting to air it out as well. And McClure has closed it back up. 4 riders now battling for it. And into the woods we go again. A lot of these riders would prefer to be in the #2 spot often at this stage of the race, but McGill gets a lot of laps led in. Clearly, he likes trying to win the race from the front, where a lot of guys will wait, they'll follow, they'll learn the lines from you, and then try to set you up. How about McClure back there in 4th, trying to get around Fowler? All 4 of these riders in formation down through this section, a different line for Boric and McGill. And McGill has come to a stop. McGill's machine has stopped running, trying to thumb that electric starter button and get it back going again, and it's over for him just like that.
No idea.
Race.
I don't know, it's rattling real bad. I think we had a top end come apart, so I don't know, man. I'm over it. I'm ready for next year. Bad.
Good move by the cameraman to get the interview there, but yes, that has been the case way too often for McGill this year. Way too many mechanical problems, and I alluded to that at the top of the show. He switched to a new machine this year. He has been fast, but they have not found the reliability they're hoping for. Right now, Boric leading Fowler and McClure. So what was once a 4-rider battle is now down to 3. Fowler looking for alternate lines. Not normally the position that Boric is in. He is usually the rider waiting for the last lap to take the lead instead of leading earlier like this. We'll see if turnabout is fair play. I don't think Fowler or McClure is going to let him go. Through the pits we go again, winding through the gearbox. 1 lap left. Stay tuned.
Any engine. Any season. At home. At the track. Or on the trail. Amsoil, the first in synthetics.
Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, by Amsoil, and by Rocky Mountain ATVMC. Getting ready for the stretch run here, Racer TV's coverage of the Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Series. Chris Boric awaiting the white flag, 1 lap to go. If he can win the race today, the Pennsylvanian will be now a 4-time GNCC champion, but literally and figuratively, he is not out of the woods yet. Walker Fowler, you see, is right there behind him, and I think they're all just playing the chess game right now. Not even much hustle as they come through this section. They have got their spots picked out on the last lap. They're going to try to make their move. They don't want to show their hand early. Boric in and out, Fowler still right there, and Jared McClure, who has run maybe the best race he has ever run in his career, still in sight of the lead with a lap to go. Here's the big double, the Sky Shock. And Boric takes a look over at the fans to the side. And these guys, well, they are all systems go, looking forward, and it's McClure ahead of Fowler now. And Fowler, you can see that string dangling behind him. That is the film from the roll-offs on his goggles, so he is going to have a tough time if he catches any roost off the tires of McClure or Boric. Well, he will not be able to get a fresh view through those goggles. Boric, a rare position here, leading on the last lap. He often takes the lead on the last lap, sometimes prefers to start this one out in second, but he was gifted the lead when Adam McGill's engine blew up. While he was leading this thing, Boric even looked over his shoulder as if to say, oh, hey, what are you doing? I don't want to take the lead this early. Fowler losing some ground. I would say the goggles are a factor. But also, he was way back off the start. He has had to put in a really strong charge. He might have expended a little bit too much energy doing that. I don't know if he can maintain this pace all the way to the end. Boric certainly can. He knows where to pick his spots. He learned at the hands of the master, the 9-time GNCC champion Bill Balance, who now runs the program that Fowler rides on. Balance really showed Boric how you do it, saving something for the last lap. And once Boric finally figured that out, he has been next to unstoppable in this series. Battle for second has raged quite a bit. We've seen McClure and Fowler swapping a few times. Fowler now in the number 2 spot. Here's McClure in third. Great race for him. Probably not going to get the win today, but you know what? Nothing to be ashamed of. He is putting the building blocks together, making positive steps each week. McClure is going to get one of these wins before long, the way he has been improving. But now Boric is headed to the motocross track for the last time, looking for his 7th straight win this year and his 4th straight GNCC ATV championship. And I'll tell you what, he's got his program dialed in. You saw those yellow shirts off to the side. That's the Boric Bandits friends and family that came all the way up to upstate New York to watch some more history unfold at the hands of Chris Boric. And once again, your Grand National Cross Country champion, Chris Boric. Fowler put in a great race to challenge and even lead a bit, but I think he just spent too much in the opening laps overcoming that bad start. He will finish second, and Jared McClure takes his first podium of the year. Here's Boric.
It feels the same. Just we go out every race to try to win races, and we're fortunate enough to bring home a championship early this year. And hats off to everybody that helped out. I mean, I couldn't have done it without them. Yeah, I got arm pump at the beginning there. Just wasn't comfortable on the new bike. It was real rigid at first, and then all of a sudden it started breaking in, and was able to start rolling, and just wanted to get another win.
Here are your AMSOIL results. You already know the top 3. Kaiser and Wolf round out the top 5. Then it was Yoho, Pickens, Gallagher, Bauman, and Notman rounding out the top 10. And here are the point standings, still close between the 2 Yamaha riders for second and third. Chris Bithell and Adam McGill both did not finish today's race, so they lost a lot of ground in the standing. And speaking of McGill, man, I hate to bring this up and I hate to rub it in, but he was leading the race today. And then the Can-Am turning point when his engine let go while leading Chris Boric. That's 5 times this year in 10 races that McGill has had mechanical troubles knock him out of a battle for the lead. And Boric knew what to do with it. He held it all the way to the end, wins the race and his 4th straight GNCC championship. Only problem for him, Bill Balance has won 9 titles, so he's less than halfway there. That might be just bad for the competition, because Boric plans to be here a while. For everyone at Racer TV, thanks for watching Unadilla. I'm Jason Wygand.